Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Manuel. While we are still working on the leftover Thanksgiving meal, it is never too early to get into the Christmas spirit. Our Sonia Ellison was at the downtown Elmira Christmas parade, spreading holiday joy throughout town.
The excitement is underway as Elmira kicks off its official holiday season and Thanksgiving weekend with its annual Christmas parade.
Oh my God, it was good.
It was awesome. We brought our great 3-year-old nephew for the first time.
Elmira's annual downtown holiday parade began and finished at Clemens Center Parkway.
This is the 65th year that it's gone down the street. 67th year for the parade itself.
It's a lot bigger than it's been in a lot of years, I think.
We had a few new floats. We had Twinkletown came in. His Tabernacle brought in a new float this year. We've done a lot of revamping on some of the floats, like new paint jobs.
The parade's attendance was impressive, just like the clothing drive today at local store 3 a.m.
As soon as we opened the door at 12, people came in, there was kids, we seen tons of smiles, families.
3 a.m. purchased gently used coats and winter clothing for free distribution for community members in need while offering free food.
We've been doing this is our third year, but this is by far our biggest turnout.
Corning got into the Christmas spirit today as Santa was in Centerway Square for kids to visit at the Crystal House.
This weekend I know that there's a parade in Sayre, and then tomorrow night the Parade of Lights up in Corning.
The Parade of Lights starts 7:30 tomorrow. Small Business Saturday is downtown 5 to 9 p.m.
The weekend after this, I think Sparkle is up in Corning.
This year, less lights are hanging in the Centerway Square as they've limited stringing lights to only the intersections, a decision made by Corning In-Town District Management Association to save money. Though there aren't as many lights strung in Market Street, it still looks like Corning is kicking off a very merry and bright holiday season. Sonia Ellison, Big Fox News, Corning and Elmira.
Several turkey trots took place across the southern tier on Thanksgiving. Locals got active while helping a good cause. Guthrie held its annual turkey trot in Sayre, while Elmira's Notre Dame High School held its annual Bob Agan Thanksgiving 5K to raise money for the school. The Hornell YMCA also held its turkey trot, and if you missed it this year, Hornell YMCA still accepts donations and has a virtual 5K at runsignup.com. The New York State Department of Environmental Conservation says hunters must leave their drones at home. The department says they are reminding hunters after getting many questions about recovering hunter-harvested deer or bears using drones. State law prohibits assistance of aircraft and dogs for deer or bear hunting. The DEC advises hunters who need help finding dead and wounded deer or bears to call licensed, leashed tracking dog handlers at the website on your screen. New York State Police have charged a 13th suspect for the abduction and murder of Ithaca man Thomas Rath. A Tioga County grand jury indicted 41-year-old Newfield man David Maycumber on felony charges of first and second-degree murder, first-degree kidnapping, and intimidating a witness. Rath was abducted from Ithaca homeless camp The Jungle in May. His remains were found August 3rd on state land in Candor. And now to the latest from overseas. A 4-day ceasefire has set the stage for a group of 13 hostages held by Hamas to be released in a highly anticipated exchange. Alex Hogan has the latest.
It's quiet in Gaza. The beginning of a brief ceasefire has set the stage for Hamas to release an expected 50 hostages over the next 4 days. Ambulances began arriving at the Hatzerim air base this morning, showing signs that the hostage deal brokered by Qatar is finally happening.
It's a happy day that these hostages are going to be released, but swaps of this kind are as old as war and humanity. It has to do with whether or not ultimately you can get all these hostages out.
The Israeli Defense Forces have said that they're providing necessary medical support for those freed from Hamas. Helicopters have been equipped to fly out the hostages with doctors and caregivers on board. Toys and blankets have been set out at the hospital to welcome the children reuniting with their families in Israel.
It's a bag of mixed emotions right now, mostly depressed and sad, but with some kind of hope and for the release of the young kids and the elderly.
Israel will be releasing dozens of Palestinian prisoners. The deal also allows for some fuel to flow into Gaza, but some say it's not enough to fully run hospitals and other infrastructure. And the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is expected to worsen, with the IDF claiming that Hamas fighters have now moved south into Khan Yunis, where civilians have been packed into the city.
This is unprecedented to have this many tens of thousands of people still in residence, and a war is taking place in their neighborhood. And Hamas has created that.
After this ceasefire, Israeli forces say they will push deeper into Gaza, continuing their offensive. At the Schneider Children's Medical Center in Israel, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
Whether it's to save money or save the planet, an increasing number of shoppers are turning to secondhand shopping. And as CB Cotton reports, the trend now even has its own holiday.
Here we go. We all know about Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday, but a lesser known day, Secondhand Sunday, is gaining traction with shoppers looking to focus on sustainability and saving money. Resale site Poshmark is paving the way, holding its second annual shopping event Sunday, November 26th.
The goal is to really spread awareness of shopping secondhand, especially during holiday season when there's just so much consumption.
Chloe Baffert, head of merchandising at Poshmark, says Secondhand Sunday aims to move shoppers away from regular retail and turn their focus to buying pre-loved gifts, which allow shoppers to discover unique finds, many still brand new.
Number one, it's affordable. So secondhand gifts are often well within your budget as opposed to something that's brand spanking new. And of course, it's sustainable. So choosing secondhand gifts really reduces the demand for new products and helps to keep items in circulation and out of landfills.
Poshmark's research shows a surprising 92% of people surveyed say they're open to receiving a pre-owned present. Still, only about a third of people were willing to shop resale for gifts. The trend is mostly driven by millennials and Gen Z. But Baffert says purposeful purchasing should be for everybody.
There's no reason at all to feel uncomfortable about giving or receiving secondhand. Shopping secondhand is simple, sustainable, and cost effective.
We know that parents are feeling the pinch of trying to get their kids everything they need and want this holiday season.
Other organizations like Just Between Friends, which run local consignment events around the country, are gearing up for Secondhand Sunday, holding holiday events to sell pre-owned gifts while looking to protect both your pocketbook and the planet.
One event keeps over 21,000 pounds of clothing out of a landfill and over 12,000 pounds of plastics out of landfills.
A 2021 analysis by the Center for Biological Diversity found Americans generate 23% more waste in December than in any other month. That extra is equivalent to the weight of almost 29,000 Boeing 747 airplanes. In New York City, CB Cotton, Fox News.
Stay with us. Your complete weekend forecast is next.
Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Good evening. I hope you were all able to score some deals this Friday as we were working through a pretty quiet day. We did have that surface wind coming out of the north, creating some cloud cover there off of our Great Lakes, even triggering some areas of some lake effect snow. We're going to have more talk on some lake effect snow, but for the meantime, what we're going to see is that we are going to be bringing in some partial clearing at times, allowing for temperatures here through the overnight to be within those 20s. Still underneath that northerly wind, but it is going to be switching as we head into our Saturday, which is going to allow for the southerly winds to be back in place and actually allow for some seasonal conditions over the weekend. There will be some times of battling some overcast skies, but also working in some blue sky conditions will definitely be possible. So enjoying pretty much a normal November weekend. But what we're going to see is that our next system is going to be approaching and arriving late on Sunday. That has the potential to bring rain, snow, and wind. That is going to bring that potential of some lake effect as we head into early next week, which is our final days of November. Now here's setting up as we head into our Saturday. Pretty seasonable day. 23 for a low temperature to head to a high of about 42. So still trending slightly cooler than those normal numbers. But again, when it comes down to November, we won't point out those specifics. Getting outdoors with some areas of sunshine, though, will definitely be possible. Just going to need some of those winter layers as it is that time of the year to start to dig those out. I know we've had some more mild weather at times, but pushing to some of these cooler temperatures showers will eventually stick around. So near seasonal conditions here for our Saturday. Heading into Sunday morning, lows again will drop down into those lower or to mid 20s. So again, near normal. And then we'll head into Sunday afternoon with again pretty quiet conditions. The cloud cover is going to be increasing as we step into the afternoon, as we'll top off into those mid 40s. And as we roll into at least that sunset time frame through the overnight, the next system is going to be approaching. Now, what we're going to see is that a low pressure system is going to be coming out of portions of the Ohio River Valley and then heading towards portions of New England. And what we see with that low pressure system is that quickly behind it is these cold front passages. Now, as that low passes on by, it's going to give everyone a chance for some light rain showers. A local area, we may have some times of some wintry mix, especially with it being an overnight potential. Those cooler spots, especially through higher elevations, may get some wet snowfall. But then with these cold front passages, what we're seeing is it's going to give us that strong, more northwesterly and northerly flow. So that's going to trigger some of that lake effect potential. As we see running from Monday all the way through Wednesday, we do keep those stronger winds upwards about 30 miles per hour. So we'll start off with bringing in some of those scattered rain and snow showers into Monday. Then we'll have a short time period of that being cut off. And then from Tuesday into Wednesday, we'll keep an eye on the direction of that lake effect. We'll see maybe some flurries at least reach our area, keeping us cooler before that system will move out for the end of the week.